If your arms are particularly skinny, but your stomach is not skinny and you're kind of all belly and no arms, then you're probably skinny fat. And skinny fat can be one of the most infuriating physiques to fix because you can't really go on a bulk because the belly and double chin is going to get bigger. And if you just go onto a cut, your arms are going to look even smaller than they are now. So jumping from cuts and bulks is not going to work. So what should you do? Now, I have fixed over 250 plus transformations, skinny fat physiques, whatever you want to say here, just so you know that what I'm going to break down here is exactly what we've done to fix every skinny fat client I've worked with. And I'm going to break it down. I'm not going to be vague. I'm not going to be woo-woo about it. You know, I just want to show you what we do so you know what you can do to fix skinny fat, because quite frankly, most advice out there is just not very helpful and very confusing. So this is really simple. I've done a lovely, amazing drawing here. And before you think about it, that is not boobies. They could be actually if you want, but that's supposed to be eggs. But anyway, let's get straight to it. So if you're skinny fat, belly and no arms, you can't go on a bulk because you will get fat, and you can't really go on a cut because you're just going to go backwards and lose more muscle if you do it wrong. So every single skinny fat client, we start off with a recomposition. Now, I don't know if you can see on the camera here, but we've got a little graph, and that graph is just saying, hey, look, the red line is your maintenance calories, and that is just how many calories you're currently eating to stay the same weight. We want a small teeny weeny calorie deficit, right? Just about 300 to 500 calories below that maintenance. Now, the reason for that is very, very simple. If you suddenly cut out loads of crap or just go for a massive calorie deficit or aim for 1,000, 2,000 calorie deficits, then you're going to be in a catabolic state, meaning you're going to be eating away at muscle tissue instead of just fat cells. So you will just lose more muscle and you'll look like a smaller version of skinny fat. That's one of the mistakes that I made for several years. So if we go for a small calorie deficit, we're in a deficit. So we will be losing body fat because we're burning more energy than what we're putting in, but it's not too low that we're starting to sacrifice muscle. So that's the first step of recomposition, small calorie deficit. You're probably thinking, well, what are my numbers? Bada bish, bada bosh, use this, free download. It's in every video, but this is so important. I know it's boring, but if you don't know your calories, you're not going to get anywhere. Because if you're trying to lose fat and keep muscle, and you eat too low, you lose all your muscle, you don't eat low enough, you just stay the same, then you're going to waste a lot of time, get frustrated. Doesn't matter what diet you food and what foods you eat, to a degree, don't shoot me, healthy food's obviously better, but those numbers need to be correct. So you can use this to work out your calories and macros completely for free. This is specific for skinny fat. Go and get that, work out your numbers, and then take 300 to 500 off that maintenance. Boom, you are literally 80% of the way there to start with. Okay, so we're gonna have a small calorie deficit. Then we've got this chap lifting some weights. Now, when you think about fat loss, you're probably thinking fat burning classes, right? Doing loads of cardio, lots of that, and that's fine, and you can still do that. However, if you're skinny fat and all you do is loads of running and star jumps and box jumps and fat burning classes and legs, bums and tums, then you are going to not necessarily keep any muscle. You're probably going to lose more of it. And I have seen this firsthand. Shout out my client Luke from like 12 years ago. You know, he was doing some weights in the gym. He was typically skinny fat. He was doing very well. And he was like, hey, mate, I'm going to start doing runs every single morning, which he did, no problem. And then over time, he was like, mate, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm losing strength in the gym. And I was like, well, you are in a deficit and you're spending most of your energy on these runs. So when you do get to the gym, you're not able to keep up with your strength. So your body's going to adapt by losing muscle tissue. And that's exactly what happened. So I had to say to him, stop running, which is not fun for him because he likes a good run, and focus on your strength training. We did that, and guess what? His belly disappeared and his arms grew. And now he runs anyway because he likes doing it, but he's built the muscle to do that and he can maintain it a lot easier now. So we want to be lifting weights, not too much cardio. Do the cardio as a supplement to the exercise. So focus on the workout first. Get in the gym, lift some weights. If you're training at home, body weight, add some books to a bag or some water bottles, invest in some gym equipment for home, dumbbells, whatever, and make sure you're training for resistance. This will burn calories, but stimulate muscle growth. And if you're very, very new to the gym and you're very new to training, you can still gain muscle because these chaps have done exactly that. They gained this muscle in a calorie deficit on a recomp. Okay, so that can do a lot. Now, food here, we've got chicken and 2 eggs. That's 2 eggs, that's not nipples. You don't have to eat chicken or eggs. I actually have vegan and vegetarian clients. But that's just saying, hey, look, it's mainly protein. We want to eat mainly protein. We want to be lifting weights, eating a small calorie deficit, and that's going to help us lose fat and keep and potentially gain muscle depending on your starting point. Once you complete a recomp, here's some pictures of completed recomps. That's Reese. This took 12 months. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to go, 6 weeks, brother. Just download my course. No, That took 12 months, okay? But it's done naturally, no TRT, not even creatine. This was just literally eating good food, tracking it, adjusting over time, etc. That's a recomp. Matt, this is another recomp. This was a 4-month transformation in this photo currently. Tom as well, you know, that's around a year. That's another recomp. So you can get a hell of a lot just doing this one phase, and that's phase 1. Phase 2 is actually really quick, right? You could probably just skip over it, really, sort of, but not really. This is a reverse diet. So once you've gotten lean with a recomposition and you've gotten rid of the body fat and you've gained a bit of muscle and you're thinking to yourself, actually, I wouldn't mind a little bit more size. My chest is a bit crap like mine. So we're going to reverse diet so we can bring up to maintenance so you can finish your recomp, but also set yourself up to gain some muscle. Now, how do we do a reverse diet? You reuse your nutritional blueprint, because as you lose weight, as your body composition changes, as your training routine changes, your calories that you need to eat and your maintenance calories also changes. That's why people hit a plateau or hit a wall, because they don't adjust their numbers. And if you ain't tracking the numbers, you're never going to know what they are. So work out your calories again, back to maintenance, and you're going to slowly build your calories back up to maintenance. This could take a few weeks, a few months. It depends on how far away you currently are from your maintenance. If you've been eating 1,200 calories and your maintenance is 3,000, it's very unlikely. Then it might take you a little while to build them up. You don't want to just yeet them up immediately, because then you can, you know, spark a bit of fat gains because you're suddenly in a surplus, okay? So we need to build up to that maintenance gradually over time. Let your body metabolically adapt to it. So whilst we do this reverse diet, we're going to add a little bit more weight and a little bit more volume to the workouts. Because you're putting in more calories and more carbs, you might as well add some more reps and more weight. This can give you more muscle gains. It can increase your metabolism very temporarily, so you can still lose more body fat on the way up. And this is when you want to introduce some more carbohydrates, right? That's a banana, and that is an apple. Comment apple for the algorithm, please. See, I'm getting better at YouTube now. I'm remembering to tell you to do things in the middle of the video. Most people start a video like, hey, like and subscribe. And I'm like, I don't even know if it's a good video yet, mate. Why would I like and subscribe if it's a crap video? As you can tell, this is a really good video. So like and subscribe and comment apple for the algorithm, or banana for the... I don't know. So that's reverse diet. Slightly more carbs, work your way up to maintenance, add some more reps whilst you're at it, and you might get a little bit more muscle gain. And to be honest, when you do this, your body's going to fill up with carbs and glycogen, okay? The reason you feel skinny on a cut is you're cutting out carbs, which means you don't hold as much glycogen. So let's just call it water weight. So you're going to feel skinny and flat and small. But once you get lean and you pop these calories and carbs back in, you're going to puff up and feel thick and full and nice and juicy, which is great. Then, this is my favorite bit. Then we're on to the rebuild phase, right? And I'm not going to lie to you, it's basically a bulk. But lots of guys, this is how most guys do a bulk. They go, right, eat big to get big. Right, babe, let me just pull out a muffin from my pocket. Yeah, I'm bulking, bro. And they just eat. And there's only so many calories that are going to get converted into muscle tissue. And if you're not training sufficiently, and being really specific with your overload metrics and going through different mesocycles and focusing on one thing at a time, the scales will go up, you'll feel thicker and fuller, but you're just gaining body fat and saturating your body with carbs and glycogen. I've done this. I thought I was getting big and strong. I went on a cut and I was right back at the same weight as I was with no more muscle, right? I've actually got a lot of clients. I haven't got their permission for their photos, some of these guys, so I can't show you all of them. I'll use Avi as an example. Where these guys basically have done a bulk and realised that when they've done their cut again, they actually haven't gained any muscle. Some of them have actually lost muscle. So this is how you do it properly. Instead of just chucking your calories up and eating big to get big, right, babe? You want to be able to slowly build them up, okay? So here we've got your maintenance calories and we've got a slight increase, 300 to 500 over time in your surplus. Again, you can use the nutritional blueprint to work that out. At this point, we want a mix. We want a mix of adding weight to get stronger, because we've got the carbs, we've got the calories, and our scale weight will go up. So it takes weight to move weight. So if you're weighing more, you can lift more normally. But we also want to be training for muscle hypertrophy, right? Which is just basically adding more reps, controlling it. This is when you're going to focus on your form, pushing everything to the highest level you can, because just because you're eating in a surplus and going to the gym does not guarantee you're going to gain muscle. You have to force and stimulate that if you're natural. If you're taking steroids, you're already anabolic. So you can literally go and have a poo and go, oh, I'm getting bigger and stronger. And before you argue, go and Google it. Say, ChatGPT, if I go for a poo on steroids, will I get stronger? Don't ask it that, but you know what I mean. You will gain muscle because you're already anabolic. When you're natural, when you're not taking any steroids, which none of my clients are doing, or myself, you have to stimulate that anabolic response by training to a certain standard. So training is really important at this point. So overloading with reps, weight, quality form, film your reps, film your range. Just when I get my clients to film things and I will check over their form, make sure things are good. Then we get to eat lots more food. So here we've got the chicken, we've got the fruit with an extra pile of grapes. Doesn't have to be grapes. That's a Pop-Tart. Remember those? And then we've got the eggs, but this is a bowl of cereal, and that's a gainer shake. So at this point, you might be going, well, actually, I'm not that hungry. I don't feel like I need to eat 3,000 calories, 3,500 calories. That's when you want to focus on that. But you do it gradually over time, and you pay attention to your training. All of this is how you go from this chap to this chap naturally, properly, without faffing things about. And the beauty is, because you've gotten lean at the start and gradually built your calories up and kept them small, you're going to be lean and muscular throughout this whole growing phase, which means you can bulk for longer. You're not going to gain as much body fat. It's healthier and more sustainable on the body. And if you ever go, do you know what? I want to get a little bit leaner again. I want to get shredded and diced up for a holiday, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. You can just go right back to doing a little recomp, and it won't take you half as long as the first time because you're already lean from the beginning. So hopefully this process makes sense. This is the process I take all my clients through. And I'll be honest with you, most guys only need this. Most of the transformations I show on my screen have done a recomp. It's people that are a bit more experienced or have been stuck or have done this bulks and cuts in the past, like my client Avi, you know, that need to actually do a bit more advanced things with the growing phases at the end of it. So hopefully this video helps you. You can follow me on an Elite Transformation Project on Instagram if you have any questions. If you want me to coach you and help you through this exact process, there is a link below to book a call with me or message me on WhatsApp. But realistically, you're probably thinking, well, what should I actually eat and how do I do this? So watch this video and I'll show you exactly what I ate to fix my skinny fat physique. Yeah, YouTube and all that. So yeah, have a great day. Bye.